I got all the time in the world. Don't you want some?
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel again today. Today will be my second video and I'm going to do a fall look today for you. I hope you like it, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I'm starting off by prepping my lips with the MILANI Keep It Smooth Luxe Lip Treatment. And moving right into foundation with L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Matte in the color Golden Beige 104, and using my Real Techniques sponge. Guys, bear with me. I know I look like an Oompa Loompa. This foundation is not that yellow and orange. My lighting is a little off for the first few minutes of this video. Anyways, I love this foundation. It is amazing. Super matte finish. It just sticks to the skin really well, even without a primer, which I am not using one today. It just glides on really smoothly and has a great finish. Now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Natural. I really like to use a more skin-toned concealer first before going in with a brighter shade. So this color is really nice and soft, not too much pink. I'm just focusing under my eyes and around my nose and any other places on my face where I have redness or blemishes that I want to conceal. So taking my Real Techniques sponge and really squeezing the sponge nice and tight so I can fit in the inner corners of my eyes and pressing that concealer right into the skin. This is Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Brightener. I really like this. It has like a pinky finish, which is great for a highlighter, and it has a nice powdery finish as well. I like to go under my eyes, down the middle of my nose, the Cupid's bow, and in the middle of my forehead. And just setting that in with my Real Techniques sponge, this gives a really great highlighted look. I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me Set and Smooth powder today in Nude Beige. This is a nice soft setting powder. This foundation doesn't need too much because it already has such a matte finish. So using my Real Techniques blush brush, just giving a really light dust of the powder over the areas where I get oily. Now going in with my favorite bronzer from Sephora in Los Cabos. This is my all-time favorite bronzer. It has such a great tone to it. It's not orange, it's not muddy, but it doesn't have shimmer to it. So it just has a really great contouring tone. I'm using my e.l.f. small tapered brush for this because I want a really sculpted look. And I am hitting the hollows of my cheeks and blending that up. Please, please, please put bronzer on your ear, guys. I can't stand a bronzy face with a white ear. Don't forget your ear, okay? Hitting around the hairline and just getting a really nice contoured shape here. Like I said, blending up from the hollows of the cheeks to give the look of a really high cheekbone. Now going under my chin to give a really nice structured jawline, just getting deep down in there and back behind my ear and smoothing it down the neck. I like to finish off with my Real Techniques brush and just blending everything softly down the neck. I like to take my sponge and just hit it right underneath that contour line to give some nice structure. Going in with my Profusions blush palette today using the color Lush and my Sephora number 73 blush brush. I like this blush brush because it's really flat and tapered. I can really set the blush into my cheek so it stays all day. And I blend up the cheek right into that bronzer. So it's a nice soft line. They kind of blend together. Going in with that same palette with the color Playful as my highlighter. It's a really nice peachy shimmer. I'm going to put it right on the top of my cheekbones and around the side of my eye. I also like to put it on the tip of my nose, in the middle of my forehead, and right on the Cupid's bow. For my brows, I've really been liking the LA Girl brow pencil lately in brunette. It has a really fine tip. What I like to do is first start off with the bottom line of my eyebrow and get a real defined line, then focusing on the top with really small feathered strokes to make it look more natural. Now I'm taking a small angled brush by e.l.f. and just going in and smoothing my lines. Really softly, just sort of blending any of the harsh lines and making it look more natural, especially towards the inner part of my eyebrows. On to the most important step of my eyebrows. Instead of a brow gel, I just use hairspray because I always have hairspray around. Right now I'm using this Aussie hairspray. I actually like it for my hair too. Using that same e.l.f. angled brush, I spray the other end with the hairspray and comb my brows upward. This is going to give my brows a more lifted look, brushing the hairs up and keeping them in place all day. Going back in with that Age Rewind concealer, and I'm using this as an eye primer today. I typically don't use primers on my eyes. I either use concealer or a cream shadow. They work just fine, but I tend to have some redness on my eyelids, so just getting a nice even canvas to start my eyeshadow with. On to eyes with this Pro Fusion Nude Eyes palette. I like it a lot. It has some great fall colors, some ambers. I'm going in with Clever first. This is just a real taupey shade that I'm basically just using to contour my eyelid with. This palette comes with this great little brush with two sides. I'm going to be using the fluffy contour side first and taking that color Clever and just going back and forth in the sockets of my eyes to give some contour, a little bit of depth. Just going in and blending really well with that brush and getting some nice soft lines. Next, I'm going in with the color Zing. This is a great orangey color that I'm going to use in the same area as Clever, but just focusing on the outer corner of my eye here. This is my Chanel No. 3 brush. I'm going to be doing a small V in the outer corner of my eye. And this brush is great because it's a little more compact and a little more tapered and pointy, so I can really control where I'm putting the eyeshadow. I just want to lightly dab it so I can get a real intense look with this eyeshadow and really softly blending it out. Then taking that same color Zing and going all the way under my eye with it. I also really love this brush for using eyeshadow under my eye. It just puts the right amount and doesn't go too far down. I'm just taking that color, going under the eye, and then going in with a softer blending brush and very softly with the lightest touch, just blending those lines a little bit. Now I'm taking the color Terrific from this same palette. It's a real coppery, bronzy tone. And I'm using the same No. 3 Chanel brush, and I'm going all the way under the eye with that, right over the color Zing. And also taking it up on top, I'm going to be going in the outer corner of the eye, and just taking it actually all the way in to about the middle of my eyelid. Shimmer. Now I'm just going in with the MAC crease brush and really gently softening lines and making sure everything looks nice and smooth. Now I'm going to be going in with the color Vibes. It's a nice grayish brown tone, and I'm taking this Laura Mercier brush. It's a really fine tip, and I'm going to be focusing in the very, very outer corner of the bottom and the top of my eye. Basically using this shade as a liner to give a nice smoky effect to this bronze look. Now, when you use it on the top of your eye, the trick you're going to want to do is hold that brush upside down. You want most of the product right on your lash line, just like an eyeliner would be, and you want it to just softly fade upward. So holding the brush upside down is going to be really important here. This color is Celestial, and we're going to be using this on the inner corner of the eye to really make the inner eye pop and make it look nice and open. This is the Profusion brush. This is the other side. It's a nice flat brush that's going to allow you to put a lot of color on. So it's really going to be good for areas where you want to get a really intense pop of color. So just focusing that nice bright shimmery color on the inside of the eye, on the inner corner, and a little bit on the bottom. Today I'm going in with MILANI Big and Bigger Lashes. I really like this mascara, guys. It is really, really an intense black color, which I love. It's very volumizing, and it has a really great comb. Is it just me, or when your lashes are good, doesn't it just make your day? I love it. Moving on to lips, I'm using a Sephora lip liner today in Nude Beige. I do really like this one, but it does turn a little orange on me for being a nude. That's all right, because that's what I'm going for with the fall look today. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, but not going too far in on the lip because I am going to be using a matte liquid gloss. This is Maybelline's Vivid Matte Liquid in the color Nude Flush, number 5. I really like these a lot, actually, for someone who doesn't usually wear mattes. They don't dry out my lips, they're not super sticky, and they actually feel like a gloss. Also, it stays on pretty well for not being a long wear. Alright guys, well that's about it for this look today. I really hope you like it. Please give me a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.